leaving Port Clinton, heading north. Just got done with a climb of, I think, around 800 feet. Pretty steep. One guy I met the other day said, climb for breakfast. And that's what it was. So I'll just pan around. I'm at the top of this knob that I can see, I think, both east and west, now panning around to east. But still cloudy this morning. I have been anticipating sunshine for 2 or 3 days, but unfortunately hasn't come to bear yet. Let's see, about 15 miles today for day 19 into another shelter, which name I've forgotten at the moment, but a couple of different climbs, that being the first one, and I think there's at least one other what I would call significant, 700-800 feet. Might be that hill back there. And then continuing on, again, about 15 miles today. Really 2 days left. Today being Thursday, a walk Friday, and then my family will pick me up on Saturday morning. So, I guess all in all, pretty good. Port Clinton, unfortunately, I mentioned the other day that I was going to go to 3 C's for breakfast. Well, they're 6.8 miles away. No way I can get there for it. So I had a granola bar. That was the breakfast here today. I think it'll be okay. I may stop midpoint and have a peanut butter tortilla sandwich or something like that. But it's also good to get started here. I got about 7:30 this morning, got underway. So that's pretty good. With a little luck, that'll get me into this shelter by, say, 3 o'clock. So that's about it for the moment. I'll provide another update later as I progress. Good morning, everybody. Using this video as an excuse to take a break. Climbing Pulpits Rock. Boy, very steep. It's hard to give you a picture of it, but down that way, boy, it seems like it's taken me 20 minutes. I'm almost, it seems, to the crest here, but a lot of times you get up there and there's more up. But it still is a nice view out this way. Maybe not quite clear, but we'll see maybe a little more when we get to the top. Well, you get to the top and you find an observatory. It's pretty cool. Here's a sign. Lehigh Valley Amateur Astronomical Society. Very cool. Okay, I don't know if you can see through the trees there, but I bet you that's Pulpits Rock over there. Alright, that climb was worth it. Pulpits Rock. Just walking out here a little closer. Pretty impressive. 1582 feet in elevation. Unfortunately, somewhat of a cloudy day, but still very impressive. I see the sun trying to break through maybe a little, and there's a lot of green down there. Okay, it was worth the climb. Well, as an update, I'm now about 3 miles or so from the, I think it's Elkville shelter, and after the Pulpit Rock, it curled around to a pinnacle area, they called it, and there was a pile of rocks there. Just a huge pile, probably 20 feet tall pile of rocks. I'm not sure what the story is there, but I'm sure there is one. From that point, I've really just been curling around this mountain on what appears to be a logging road, and for the most part down, which is nice. and it's wide, and there are not as many rocks here, so it's quite a comfortable walk. The day has cleared up a little bit. Oh, it's still humid, very humid, but it's nice to see a little sun, and I do feel that it's drying out overall, so that's good as well. Okay, as I get closer to the, or maybe even at the Elkville shelter, I'll provide another update. Just wanted to put a cap on yesterday. Came up to the Elkville shelter, and there's a caretaker. This shelter is maintained by one of the hiking clubs. So there's an on-site caretaker, and then there's a shelter here in the back with about 6 bunks. Not bad. Actually quite nice. And a picnic table here. I stayed across the street in a tenting area. Nice grassy area. Perfect. Worked out well last night. Okay, I'll have an intro to day 20 here in a few minutes, but wanted to make sure I wrapped up the prior day. Day 20. Left the Elkville shelter a few minutes ago. We've got a little bit of a downhill and then a major uphill, probably in the 1,500 feet. So this is going to be one of my bigger climbs, probably the biggest, I should say. Just another comment or two on the shelter. I met several really nice guys. A couple older gentlemen that were just starting, Captain Jack and Tin Man. And they had started, I think, maybe a week or so ago, and we're really kind of finding their own here yet, as I am too. But it was nice talking with them, sharing notes, ideas. Another younger guy had put on a number of miles, but his pack broke. So he got picked up by a couple friends, and they're going to go find another pack, and he's probably going to rejoin here in a few days. But he was giving us some tips about the upcoming challenges. Dragon's Teeth coming up several days from here, or at least a couple days. A lot more rocks and all pointed upwards, as well as kind of larger boulders to maneuver around. But regardless, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Of course, I'm going to walk about 10 or 12 miles today to junction 309. I've got a reservation at a bread and breakfast, which would be nice. I can relax, shower, all that kind of thing before I get picked up tomorrow by my family. So that'll be really nice. And then I'll take a week off to attend my son's graduation, and then return probably a week from Sunday. Kind of that's the plan, and then pick it up and continue heading north. So okay, we're off here on day 20. I think today is Friday. I want to say the 29th. I may not have that number right, but it's a beautiful day. It's going to be hot. I think it's going to be hot and humid today, so that'll be the challenge. But it's good that I'm doing this climb first thing in the morning. A little later start than I might usually get. It's about 8:30, 8:45. But should have this climb, in a couple hours. So certainly, in the cooler part of the day. Okay, very good. Good morning, everybody. Continuing here on Friday. Boy, there were some very rocky sections. Maybe I can include some pictures of these rocky areas, basically where you're scrambling. I've been holding my poles in one hand and then kind of scrambling with the other. And then just, lots of rock fields, basically, where you're picking and choosing to jump from one rock to another. Elevation isn't a problem so much. It's just that you're trying to choose which rock to jump on or to reach to, and it slows you down a lot. It really slows you down. That and now and then I have to pick my head up and look around and see if I'm heading in the right direction, because the trail is not as obvious through a field of rocks. We're making good progress. Probably 2 to 3 miles away from the destination for today. It's 1:30 now. Maybe another hour or so. But it's a warm day. It's gotten very hot. The bugs are a little more of a nuisance. I don't know what temperature it is. I bet you it's certainly in the 80s. Bright sunshine, and without the leaves, you can't escape the sun. I did take a short break in one of the shelters in the shade. That was nice. Took my my shoes and socks off just to let the feet dry out a little bit. That was quite nice. And now back on the trail. So, okay, I'll provide an update once I get close to 309 and this bed and breakfast. Arriving here at 309, PA 309. I'm not sure which town this is close to, but it's near a B&B that I am planning to stay at tonight. By the way, traffic is kind of heavy here. It's a common, I don't know if you can make out right across the street there is where the AT picks up. But I'm going to head west. And, well, I don't know if you can almost see in the distance there.